Hi, guys. That was a really long and quiet walk. So, good morning. Thank you, Sam and Izzy, for that wonderful introduction. And I'd like to take a moment to just welcome friends, families, faculty, and esteemed guests to Colby's 2024 commencement ceremony. I'm honored to be speaking to you all today and to celebrate this absolutely mind-blowing and wonderful accomplishment that it is to soon walk across this very stage. I think a lot of my fellow graduates can agree that the past few months have been heavy on reflection. Every walk to class, hang out with friends, and even horrid 5-hour exam, yes, it happens, to my roommate, Cole Hoffman, was touched by a twang of bittersweet nostalgia for our firsts as we anticipated our last. There's something truly profound about the concept of college. Immersing ourselves in the wisdom of our professors and evolving together with our peers, all to equip ourselves to make a distinctive mark on the world. In fact, if the storyline sounds at all familiar to you, well, it's also the plot of arguably one of this century's most influential films. Serving as a true cinematic representation for raw emotion, family ties, and internal turmoil, I often turn to this film in moments when I need clarity and guidance. The ups and downs of a college experience are most perfectly captured by the film Kung Fu Panda. For those of you who haven't watched this movie, well, I know what you should do for about an hour and a half tonight, but I'll give you a rundown in the meantime. It's about a panda named Po who is clumsy and a little lazy, but absolutely loves Kung Fu. And somehow, he stumbles into being proclaimed the next great dragon warrior. And this means that he just basically has to train alongside 5 other peers under the endlessly knowledgeable Master Shifu. Now, just like Po, we all have our passions, interests, and goals coming into Colby. They were sometimes niche, often quite lofty, but most definitely always meaningful. Everyone graduating today has a different story for how they got here, but despite it all, we all ended up on Mayflower Hill. We took a leap of faith, trusting that Colby would provide us with the essential skills and knowledge to pursue our ambitions and then some. We without question had our moments of doubt and uncertainty, but we leaned on the community that we built here and trusted that it would hold us up in times of crisis. Kung Fu Panda is actually the most outrageously spot-on analogy for college, so consequently, it contains many incredibly applicable quotes and scenarios to our current situation. So, if you'd let me, I'd love to spend the next few minutes of my time here sharing some of this movie's many pearls of wisdom. I have one for reflection, one in anticipation, and one for the present. 1. Master Shifu once said to Po, if you only do what you can do, you'll never be better than what you are. We all had our talents coming into Colby, and while college was a place to foster and grow upon that work, the real magic happened when we tried something new. It was always that random club that you put your email down for during the club fair, or that class that you signed up for just to fulfill a distribution requirement that seemed to make the most significant and life-changing impact on our time here. It can be simplified even further to just trying out a new sense of style or pushing yourself to make plans with that one person that you think is really cool, but you're kind of afraid to talk to. I'm a math major, so I can't say certainly 100%, but confidently I can state that the probability is extremely high that everyone in this audience has had at least one thing that they've done so far out of their comfort zone that has led to one of their new greatest facets of their life developing. Colby gave us a comfortable space to jump into new things, and now we have the framework to do so on our own. 2. In the movie, Po's dad runs a noodle restaurant and sells something called secret ingredient soup. At one point in the movie, and this is a spoiler, I'm really sorry, Po's dad reveals to him that there's actually no secret ingredient in the soup. Po's obviously dumbfounded and replies, "Wait, it's just plain old noodle soup. You don't add some kind of special sauce or something?" His dad then states, "To make something special, you just have to believe that it's special." In our own lives, we have and will encounter countless scenarios where we can choose to see the mundane or the magical. No matter what the occasion, the potential for something special lies in our perspective and attitude. It's not about having the perfect circumstances or some rare or secret ingredient. It's about recognizing the value and beauty in what we already have. When we believe in the uniqueness of our experiences, we infuse them with meaning and joy. A Dana dining hall dinner is a feast. The walk up to the senior apartments, an exhilarating journey before a night of crazy memories, and slipping on the ice with a stranger as you walk down Miller steps because you're a little late to class is now a deep and spiritual connection-building exercise. By bringing our full attention, appreciation, and positive energy to these moments, we elevate them beyond the ordinary. As we set off on our different paths after today, let's remember to turn regular moments into extraordinary ones whenever we can. 3. Grandmaster Oogway, which I'm not going to take time to explain, but you'll understand if you watch the movie who that character is, states, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it's called the present." I know it threw a lot of reminiscing of the past and imagining the future at you all today, but I wanted to ground us a little now. Let's take a moment to appreciate the present, the culmination of our hard work and the shared experiences that have brought us to this very point. This moment is a testament to our journey and a celebration of our achievements. We spent the last few years roaming these dorms, classrooms, and sidewalks together, creating memories that will last a lifetime. And as we stand here today, let us cherish this time surrounded by friends, mentors, and family, and take pride in all that we have accomplished. As we get ready to set off and embark on the next chapter of our lives, I hope we hold close to our hearts the lessons that we learned on this campus. I don't know if a single person here can say that it was a particularly easy ride, but it was one overflowing with outrageous memories, insightful conversations, and an endless amount of laughs. When the existential dread of being an actual college graduate kicks in tonight, sit back, watch Kung Fu Panda, and reminisce on this journey. And tomorrow, maybe watch Kung Fu Panda 2. Who knows? It might be the perfect guide to post-college years. FYI, there are 4, so keep going down the line. Our journeys are just beginning, and I'm beyond excited to see what we all get up to. Congratulations, class of 2024. We did it. Now let's get us graduated.